you stop calling yourself Jimmy Kimmel?
Replacement show. Jimmy is now gone. That's why we have
He'll be back.
the Jimmy Kimmel replacement show.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Hmm? Do an intro.
Do an intro. Tonight live, we have the new Jimmy Demo Show.
The what?
Sorry, Jimmy Kimmel Show.
And who's your freaking host?
Hosted by E-Dub, the new Jimmy Kimmel.
What's that the one to be? You know, as sad as I am about Jimmy Kimmel, I'm happy to be here. Because
There'd be no you without Jimmy Kimmel.
Had not been for his loss, we would not have a game. So what's happening? So how do you feel about the fact that they silenced one of the greats, Jimmy Kimmel? How do you feel about that?
They've been doing it. They did it with Roland Martin. They've been doing it. What's that lady? Joy Reid. They did it with what's the comedian who had a show and they took her whole show off. Rosie O'Donnell.
Well,
No,
it was because she says
Is that her name? I don't know.
It was because she said something racist. She was
Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr.
That was because she had gotten racial. She said a racial slur, and that was, I think, the reason why she was taken off. So I think that had nothing to do with Trump. So Roseanne has nothing to do with you think about Rosie O'Donnell. Now Rosie O'Donnell.
No, I'm thinking about Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr, right? Rosie
Not
O'Donnell.
Rosie O'Donnell. Nothing happened to Rosie.
Rosie O'Donnell. She has a beef with Trump, but that's something totally different.
I guess how I don't feel it's totally different because it's taking you off for something that you said. That's how.
Right, but I don't think that when that happened with Roseanne Barr, Trump was not even in office at that time.
So what was your question? Sorry.
My question was, how do you feel about the loss of the incredible, who I love, Mr. Jimmy Kimmel?
Okay, my answer has nothing to do with Trump.
Okay.
Because they've been taken off. I feel they've been taking. If you say something they don't like, they can take you off, and they've done it before, and I think they'll continue to do it.
That hasn't been happening for that.
That's been happening. Joy Reid, why is she not on the air? Roland Martin, why did they take him off? There is precedent that if they don't like what you say, they will do stuff to that other Steve Colbert. They took him off, and he won an Emmy. So it showed. I mean, they say he wasn't popular, but it showed he won an Emmy just this last week. I don't think it's anything new. It's just new to a star as big as Jimmy Kimmel.
I see what you're saying. Well, you know what? Actually, I made a comment on Facebook, and I was in Facebook jail for a week. And the crazy thing is, I don't even know what I did. Now, Facebook, this is a message to you. When someone violates your terms of service, you need to let them know why. Why? I mean, even if your bots are detecting certain words, still, have your bots contact the person and let them know why so they won't make the same mistake again. I was in Facebook jail for an entire week, and I had absolutely no reason why.
They don't care.
And you know what? Until this day, I still have no idea why I was in jail. So I'm scared to comment. I'm scared to comment on a post now because I might be back in jail. Who wants to be in jail, even if it's Facebook jail? And you know what? I've never been in jail in my life, but Facebook jail. I've been in a couple of times. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you, it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty at all.
So you didn't say anything that you think would be deemed worthy of taking it off?
I made a comment, I think, about Charlie Kirk.
Don't get us taken off before you even get on.
But what I'm saying is...
replacement Jimmy Kimmel.
But it wasn't anything drastic.
The problem with Jimmy Kimmel, as well as the new Jimmy Kimmel, unfortunately...
I'm the new Jimmy Kimmel. This is the new Jimmy Kimmel show.
unfortunately, they get to deem what's drastic or not. So to us, we may like for me, what I read Jimmy Kimmel said, I was like, I don't think that was bad at all.
But you know, with someone like Jimmy, in my opinion, Jimmy has made so much money. I mean, he's got to be worth at least $100 million. I mean, at this point, why would you even care? I mean, I wouldn't care. If I made $100 million, I think that I can move on. And I can I can live the rest of my life on vacation, as well as my kids and grandkids, if you make that kind of money.
Some people do things not for the money. They're doing it because they enjoy it, and you take away something that really means something to them. They enjoy what they do. And like he said, he employs other people. Right. He likes that.
Now, you know what? To me, that's big what you just said, because I thought about that. Because we've actually gone on the Jimmy Kimmel show before, right? And he may have 100 employees, right? So that's the issue right there. Really, really sad that these people no longer have their jobs.
And over something they had no control over. And
exactly.
I guess you don't when you get...
And those jobs in television are extremely hard to get. They're really hard to come by.
And they don't have 100,000 or 100 million, whatever number you threw out there.
They don't have 100
They're
million.
Not worth that. They may be living check to check, and now their check got to just because of Jimmy's opinion. Right. Why can't we deem that his opinion is
Jimmy,
his?
It really was a joke, and I'm sure that Jimmy's at a place right now where he don't write his own jokes. So I'm really guessing someone else wrote that joke. Kimmy came out, told the joke, and for that he was, put in the situation that he is right now.
Well, I would believe that Jimmy has the authority to, if given a joke, to say, I'm not doing that one.
Well, I'm sure he does.
It is the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Right, but you know what? Obviously he thought it was funny, and he didn't think that it would, I'm sure Jimmy has said things that are far worse than what he said.
I believe he has.
So I'm sure he didn't think that this would be caused that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? And what happened to freedom of speech?
And I watched that particular, just so happened, I don't normally watch him, but I was watching that evening. Nothing he said even retained in my head.
And let
Nothing
me say
was
this
that
right
funny.
here. Let me say this right here. How can hate speech be okay, but Jimmy telling a joke not be okay? Not only hate speech, but you're actually someplace at a college teaching, in my opinion, what you feel. You're actually teaching and indoctrinating, what you feel, versus just telling a joke and trying to make people laugh. Jimmy not trying to recruit nobody. He's just trying to just make people laugh. So I don't understand how hate speech is okay, but telling a joke to make people laugh, I don't get that. I don't get that. But anyway, we ain't gonna be here all day. It's been a great show. This is the new Jimmy Kimmel Show. My name is Earl Winfrey, and that's the lovely, incredible one to be. And hopefully...
Tell me a joke. I need Jimmy experience.
Tell you a joke?
Yes.
You know what? Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Now, actually, I wouldn't mind telling you a joke.
They're not clean, though.
But no. Actually, the writers are off today. The writers are off, This is really just, just a test.
Okay.
The writers will be here next time on the show.
Okay. Prior
to the show, and they'll write me some jokes. But right now, I don't have anything that I could come off. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That's real, real funny that you asked that question. It really is. Because whenever I meet a female, and I've been doing this for many, many years, I always say, "Can you tell me a joke?" And I'm like, if you can't tell me no joke, you have no personality. Every female on this planet that has personality should know at least one joke. At least one. I'm not expecting 2 or 3 or 4.
And you can't come up with one, but you expect that from women? Women, not females?
You know what? Actually, what you're saying is valid. I got to give you that. It's very, very valid. This is right now I'm on the spot. I mean,
that woman is on the spot. She didn't know you were going to ask her for a joke. She's not a comedian. She's not claiming to be the new Jimmy Kimmel. She's not claiming to be the new Tiffany Haddish. So... therefore, she wouldn't know any joke. I mean, I don't get why you don't exemplify what you expect from others.
I'd like to say thank you for tuning in.
I'm fired. I won't be on the new Jimmy. I said something.
We will see you again next week.
I have a joke.
My name is Earl Winfrey. That's one to be, and this is the new Jimmy Kimmel show. See you next time.
You may not see me. I may be going to try to get hired with Jimmy for real.